Yeah, what is up, fellas, fugazis, flemmers, and frolickers? I'm adding a new one. I don't know why. I like words that start with F. Welcome, fellas, fugazis, flemmers, and frolickers. Welcome to the stream. And yabers. Wait, I'm yabers. Fibulas? That's not the knee. That's one of the bones in the leg, I believe. Calf. It's one of the calf muscles. Because there's the fibula, there's the tibia, and then you got the whole. What is the whole thigh? What is the thigh bone called? Fibula, tibia, and femur. If you start off as a tibia, because the tibia I think is the smaller one. Okay, small one is what? I thought the small one was the tibia. Okay, the big one, the big bone of the calf muscles is the tibia, and the small one is the fibula. I had a way of remembering it. I had like a mnemonic device for it. It was like T fib, because it's like a lie, and then like lying is bad, and then if you're bad, you're like small. It's like a small lie. A fib. Oh, I got it. A fib is a small lie, right? A fib is like a small lie. So a fibula would be the smaller bone. I think that was my if there's one thing you take away from my stream today. See, I am kind of smart. I'm not stupid. I'm a bone enthusiast. Sometimes my SIBD it goes away for a little bit. The capula. What is a capula? Don't say any boners in chat. Don't say any boners in chat. Okay. Did I tell that story about how I failed my first anatomy said physical practical? I studied health sciences in high school, and then our high school had this health sciences program. So I did take a basic anatomy, a high school anatomy class, and then there was a practical where you have to identify all 206 bones. The basic bone. We're not getting into the muscles, just the bones. I failed it. I failed it not because I didn't study. I mean, well, technically because I didn't study, but because I didn't know when the practical was, and I was not prepared at all. I didn't know. The morning that I found out is when it was. I was like, ah, shoot. And I tried to cram in like 10 minutes, 206 bones and their locations in 10 minutes. I would do fine on that practical now. Like, I have the locations of these bones and their names like ingrained in me, except for the tibia, fibula, and blah. So when I failed my first bone practical, I I memorized almost all the bones except for a lot of the bones over here, you know, on the chest area. And then God dang it, I had trouble remembering the what's it called? The neck, this one right here. That's weird showing you, but you know what I'm talking about? The sternum bone, the bone that's like the one that leads to your like right here. What is it called? Goodness gracious. Collarbone. Scapula is the lying bone. The collarbone. I said sternum bone. See, never mind. SIVD do be coming back though. Clavicle. I've made jokes about the clavicle on stream because it's one of my favorite words to say. I know I still have this open, and the reason is because I wasn't done. I was gonna pull up all the different kinds of pastas. Pasta tier list. I'm not gonna like do an entire tier. I just need a list. Need a freaking list. Oh shoot, there is a. Hey, let's do it. I don't care. Let's do it right now. Rotini is top tier. I don't care what anyone says. I don't even know what rotini is. Tortellini is the one that's shaped like this. This is tortellini. It's the one that's like in a little. Oh, this is good. I love my issue with tortellini. When you heat it up, it gets really hot. I used to like calzones, chat, but I started not liking a lot of foods where it's like it's something encased in breading, or because it gets hot. You heat it up and it gets super hot. It's deceiving. The outside is like warm and you bite into it and then you burn your tongue. Anything encased in dough is just a dumpling. Tortellinis are fumplings. They want to be dumplings. So I'm gonna put the tortellini in D. I think it belongs in D. Even though it's satisfying to eat, I'm sorry. Alrighty, next one. Lasagna is, I really like lasagna. I'm sorry. Lasagna isn't perfect. It doesn't belong in S because it falls apart too easily. A cake, when you cut into it, it cuts pretty clean for most of the time. Pizza, it's pretty messy. I would say lasagna is in between pizza and a cake in terms of like how clean the cut is. I give it props for having the whole layer thing. It's kind of shrekking on us. It goes in It goes in B. It's not good enough to go in A or F. Fusilli? Fusilli? Is that what this is called? I thought fusilli and clavicle. It looks, oh my gosh, these look like, when I was a kid, I was obsessed with cryptids. I was obsessed with like Bigfoot, Loch Ness, all of the cryptids. Like, you know, all like, you know, the go-to cryptids. And then there's this more underground one. It's literally just a fly. It's just a fly, and then the camera's exposure is bad. It's easily disproven. This is just stupid. But as a kid, I used to believe that this was a real thing, and they were like invisible to the naked eye, and that they could only be captured on camera. Fusilli is, it's very fun to eat. I would say, I've had this before. It's pretty good. I would put it in A. It's very satisfying. There's no complaints about it. The conchas are the best noodle ever being invented. They have that little pocket to capture all the sauce and flavor, and they're a fun shape. Oh, gates work official. We were about to get to that, but yes, I agree with you for sure. All right, so next one, Campanelle. Campanelle? What the hell is this? They look like they could be like I think they're supposed to be a flower or something. It could look pretty like a flower, but it just doesn't land. It's an F tier. Oh, it's like 2. It's like, is it 2? No, it is. It is. It's 2 that they twist together. I would just think that the distribution and the shape of it would make it pretty hot. It would make whatever's inside extremely hot, and I'm not gonna give it a bad, you know, a bad spot just because of that. Macaroni. Macaroni is a given. Macaroni isn't even the best pasta for cheese, yabe. Basic. I'm not putting it S tier because it's like objectively like the best pasta. I'm putting it in S tier because it's like, it's staple. It's staple. It's like, why would you, how can I put this? Everyone eats macaroni. Macaroni is an everyday thing. That's why it's S, because it's like, it's so available. It's not bougie. Fine, you're right. S belongs only to the ones who are like, you know, over the top. Okay, cavatappi. I love cavatappi. I'm so sorry. I'm a sucker for this. I just love when the sauce gets inside of cavatappi. Really, cavatappi. Cavatappi, it is just so satisfying. I like it. I like it. Cavatappi is the weird one where I would enjoy it even if there was no sauce. If you just cooked cavatappi and I like just ate it, I would enjoy it so much. Orecchiette. What the hell is that? Orecchiette. Orecchiette. What the heck? What in the world is that? What is this? Oh, it's the I like the never mind, it's weird. This looks weird. They're like a bunch of little baby ducks. Frosted Flakes wannabe. Those are, I was gonna say Frosted Flakes and replace the first letter with an F for fake Frosted Flakes, but that doesn't work. So Frosted Flakes. Orecchiette are Frosted Flake chick baby feeding and nest looking at. Orecchiette is so bad it's F tier. Angel hair. I don't know. I mean, I love this. I love it. It's thin noodles. It's thin noodles. I love thin noodles. Can't go wrong with thin. I love thick and thin. I love all kinds of noodles. Chat. One day, chat, you're going to meet a significant noodle in your life, right? And this noodle may not have the body, the shape proportions that define society's standards, all right? The stigma, the social stigma of what is considered the perfect noodle shape, all right? But you're gonna love that noodle, all right? You're gonna love that noodle no matter what. Whether they are thick, they are thin, whatever color that noodle is, you're gonna love that noodle for the rest of your life. You're gonna dedicate everything, and you're just gonna sacrifice so much for them and still feel self-fulfilled. We put angel hair in S, baby! We love thin noodles and thick noodles, baby! Speaking of thick noodles, bucatini. Bucatini, man. Bucatini. What is small pasta needs love too? Big facts. You're gonna meet a girl who has the biggest, chonkiest, flablonkiest, cronkliest noodles. And you're gonna cherish those noodles. But you may also have a noodle. You may also meet meet a pasta. You might meet a pasta who has really flat noodles, okay? And you're gonna love that pasta all the same. TED Talk is over. Bucatini looks legit. This boy looking like a whole that's a noodle. And the sauce can go through. You could sip. You don't even just slurp. You don't slurp the noodles. You also sip the noodles. You slurp sip. You slurp hip. This is trash. This is trash. If I wanted to eat risotto, I would eat rice. Get out of my face. F tier instant. I'm sorry. Pen is so good. Penny. Penny is so good. It goes A. It's not S tier, for sure. It's big. The hole is big. Big hole. I love hole. We love hole. We love hole! Any big holders in chat? Oh! Yo, okay, what I associate tagliatelle with pesto. It goes so well with mushroom based dish. Oh, it's so good. I'm sorry. That thinness, it feels like I'm eating a tapeworm. I love it. Tagliatelle, S tier. Conch, S tier. I don't even know why I've been holding it off. Conch is S tier. Absolutely S tier. Bro, them boys just come crafting crunkers, bro. That's some crafting crunkers, bro. They want to be not F. Spaghetti is in B for basic. B for basic. B for basic. Big hole! We love big hole! But this, okay, rigatoni, big hole, very cylindrical, not long. This is a chode. Physically, it does not look satisfying to look at. And I feel like texture-wise, it's not enjoyable. If it's gonna have ridges, it might as well be fusilli, you know? If you're gonna enjoy something with ridges, it better be pen or fusilli. It's like fake pen. Pen is like, watching. It's like diagonal. Rigatoni's just boring, vertical, farfalle. My guy, my bow tie, my man, farfalle. I never have farfalle, so I can't really vouch for this. I feel like it would be really enjoyable to eat if you think about it. So it goes A. It looks cool, but it doesn't look enjoyable. I feel like it's all bite no quill, you know? I'm putting it at B. I don't think it deserves A. Linguine. Thinner than tagliatelle, so it's basically a thinner version of tagliatelle. It's gonna have to go in A because tagliatelle is objectively better. Like, that's the facts. Like, there's no arguing. You can't say, oh, you may like tagliatelle better. That's just your opinion. No, objectively, it's better.
Wait a minute.
But you're gonna love that noodle, all right? You're gonna love that noodle no matter what. Whether they are thick, they are thin, whatever color that noodle is, you're gonna love that noodle for the rest of your life.
Bruh.
Ravioli is good. Ravioli, where can you go wrong with it? My only downside to ravioli, of course, is the fact that it can get hot. But at that point, with how staple ravioli is, that's on you. That is our tier list. I'll send this to him. Isn't it? It's pretty agreeable.